Hey YouTube faithful, Heavenly Prepper here. So I've been moving from overseas in Europe back to the States. And now that I'm back, I have to do a consolidation and redistribution of wealth. And when I say redistribution of wealth, I don't mean I'm going to take my wealth and start giving it away like Robin Hood to all the poor and unfortunate souls. No, what I'm talking about is a redistribution of location. So I had to consolidate my stack and transport the stack to new destinations and locations. And we don't talk about storage and transportation issues a lot, assumingly because most of you already have that plan in place. But for guys like me and others who have to stay mobile a lot of times, it's an issue. Okay? So last night I'm in a hotel, and as you can see, I've got a fair amount of stack here with me. And it's right around midnight, and all of a sudden the door handle on my hotel room starts jiggling. Like someone's trying to bust in. And it's kind of violent, too. And so I grab my Glock right next to me in bed and point it right at the door. Now, nearly no one knows where I'm at, so that could obviously be a huge coincidence. And let's be honest, you get a little bit more paranoid when you're traveling with this kind of stack with you. But just small things to take into consideration when you're moving across the country with this kind of load is you better be armed, you better be prepared. Okay. Yeah. Take precautions when moving your stack. And this is today when the lights are on, the economy's, well, we'll call it normal, and nobody's starving on the streets. Okay, they got the EBT and welfare is all out there. Everything's still working. Okay, nobody's starving. Well, they shouldn't be anyway in America. And you just have to take precaution. So some might say, well, Heavenly Prepper, you have faith. Shouldn't you just put your faith in God that you're going to be all right? And I would say, yes, you should. But that does not mean that you should fail to prepare yourself. That does not mean that you should fail to be adequately protected for both you and your family. And we are not to test the Lord our God. Okay? We're not just supposed to blindly do things and just say, well, I'm sure God will protect me when I have the means to protect myself if necessary. Okay? You have faith, but at the same token, do not put the Lord your God to the test. Okay? So I don't need to be walking through Harlem or Compton and advertise that I have a huge stack with me and be like, oh, well, the Lord will protect me. I mean, that's bad move. All right. So you can see I've got the silver there on a dolly, and that's all silver. There's no gold there. So yeah, and you can see my protection. Now I encourage anyone moving cross country, anyone having to move their stack, even selling their stack back to a local store, make sure you are adequately protected, and make sure that you're taking the right steps legally to protect yourself, your stack, and your family. Okay. So we'll talk storage issues in another time and place, but you definitely want your stack to be stored in multiple locations. Okay. Well, you can have, I'd say maybe a third of your stack within arm's reach, somewhere local close to you. The other 2/3 does not need to be within arm's reach. Okay. So, and especially based on any planning you might have preparation wise. So where you put that is up to you. I would not recommend a safe deposit box in a bank. That can be seized. But there are other storage options and locations that many people have talked about. And I'm not going to go through all the cons and pros of all those locations. But just make sure you have your plan in place. And maybe even have your stuff insured. There's companies that do that. So that's another possibility. Okay? Just a quick video here. Just wanted to tell you my little story. Heavenly Prepper, preaching and prepping.